Master Bravo here again to review Alchemy of Souls, episode number 8, where Bu-Yeon saves Jang-UK so he can beat the Crown Prince with Tansu. Yes, in our last episode, Jang-UK found himself dropping down into the underworld where souls are shifted, where the bad guy wants to shift into Jang-UK's body. But here we find Bu-Yeon saving the day once again. Tell me again why you are here? Yes, I know. You are here because you are addicted to the show. Bu-Yeon's powers are so great that she can push the bad guy away and protect Jang-UK from shifting away and dying. Jang-UK believes it is Mudogi that has embraced him down there, but it was not. It was Bu-Yeon. Mudogi is very upset. She thinks that her young master has shifted away into the dead body, and she's going to kill the bad guy. I will be sure to end your life. But finally, Jang-UK convinces her that he did not shift, and she is so happy that he's still there. And she also notices that he does not have the bracelet, and his arm is working fine. The soul ejector made him stronger. The poison opened your gate of energy, and she is so happy again. She says, Jang-UK, you truly are lucky. And he says, I am certain that I saw you down there. What he really saw was Bu-Yeon. The bad guy tells, so in the whole process, the bad guy soul shifter tells Mudogi that her father was a soul shifter also, and that her father killed her family. And that's why the four families had to kill her father. See, Mudogi as a child thought that the four families were evil and they killed her entire family. That's not the case. She is now learning the truth, that Jinmu is used her as a child to build her up as the greatest assassin ever. Mudogi is injured by the bad guy, Soul Shifter, who is running wild, but So Yul finds her and helps her and heals her injury as Jang-UK chases the bad guy to the royal castle. Eventually, Jang-UK wraps a blue scarf around his face and uses his new Tansu power to kill the soul shifter bad guy. He kicks water, and bam, he's now able to use Tansu to destroy his enemy. The peasants on the street see a mysterious figure using Tansu to kill a soul shifter, and they start spreading rumors that Naksu, the assassin, is back because the killer used Tansu. Well, during this whole ordeal, they were able to keep it quiet, and nobody knows that Jang-UK knows Tansu. The bad guy's dead, and now it's time for Jang-UK to show up for his royal duel with the Crown Prince. Master Jinmu is suspicious of those water crocks. He says, what's in them? They're full of water. He tells his assistant to break them. He doesn't know what they're there for, but he doesn't like it. Nobody thought that Jang-UK would show up for the royal fight, the royal match, because he would die. But here he did. He showed up. Everybody is extremely surprised. They're extremely worried because they know the Crown Prince is much, much stronger than him, and it looks like Jang-UK is going to die. But they don't know. He knows Tansu. And he has Naksu, the greatest assassin ever, teaching him. If you make the first move with your current skills, you will surely die. His master is Naksu. She tells him you must only attack him when he is off guard and he has no focus. She asked Master Lee if he could put some water in the water crocks because she knows that the only way that Jang-UK is going to beat the Crown Prince is by using Tansu, which she just taught him. But, again, Master Jinmu has broken the water pots and there is no water. So, what happens? This is Naksu, the assassin, the greatest assassin ever. She knows what to do. She cuts her palm and she uses a blood drop. Instead of using water, she uses her own blood. She yells at the young master, "Here you go, young master," and she throws a drop of blood at her student. The student doesn't miss a beat. He jumps up and he uses his newfound powers of Tansu to blast the blood drop into the Crown Prince and knock him down to the ground by using Tansu. This surprises everybody there. Nobody thought that Jang-UK had it in him. Nobody knew that he knew Tansu. So he caught them all off guard. He wins the match. He beats the crown prince. But this makes Master Jinmu very angry. Master Jinmu objects. He thinks that Jang-UK was cheating. He had some teacher teaching him in secret. Who was your teacher? He demands to know. But Jang-UK knows he cannot tell anybody that his master is Naksu, the shadow assassin. He cannot say that, so he says, I taught myself. Jinmu says, that's ridiculous. Nobody can teach themselves, and he keeps on running his lips. But he does not shut up until Master Lee comes out. Hemp Master Lee comes out and says, yes, he is telling the truth. I was with him when he was training in the mountains. Everything he said is true. Every day he trained flicking water drops all day long. And by his side was none other than his maid. Master Lee told the truth. But everyone is blind to the fact that Jang-UK just trained in a town where Naksu grew up, and he used Naksu's signature Tansu move, yet no one is the wiser. No one sees it but Master Lee. Jang-UK then is asked by all the families to join our family. Jang-UK, please come to our family now that he has proved that he is extraordinary beyond belief. You see, his gate of power has just been opened, and he already knows Tansu, and he's also defeated the crown prince. He is amazing in such a short amount of time. So now all the families want him. They all are on their hands and knees begging him to come to their family and be their student. What does Jang-UK do? He looks at Mudogi, his master, and he says, Mudogi, they all want me. What shall I do? And the maid, who is really the master, tells her student, you should join Sungrim for now. And keeping up the illusion, she says, young master. He looks at the leaders and says, I will join Sungrim for now. And the story goes on. I will see you for episode number 9 review.